Okay, hey everyone, and this game is called Pull the Petals. So the general overview of this game is basically each player has a 5 card formed flower, each card representing a petal, like a petal from a flower, and each player gets to see their own cards. So the opponent can see your cards and you can see your own cards. The premise is, like I said, that you have petals, and the goal condition, the win condition, is the first player to remove all petals wins from the other opponent. But there's a key thing where you can end up sabotaging yourself. You can end up removing your own petals and losing and letting the other player win. So you have, I don't know if you could see, about five cards there, 5 cards there. So you have a deck that's shuffled. We don't know what cards are here. So a target card is placed, and let's say this is my flower, and this is the opponent's flower right here. Um, so I'm going. You're gonna have to guess this target card. So it's my turn, and then I look at the opponent's flower. I'm gonna pick this card right here to pull off for a chance to pull it off. This petal, and then I'm gonna guess that the ten of spades is either gonna be higher or lower than this target card. Let's say I guess that the ten of spades is gonna be higher than this card right here. I pull it up, and no, it is higher than the 6 of hearts. So that means I picked this card and I guessed correctly. That means I get to pick this opponent's petal off. So there goes his petal, and you can keep going at it like this. The queen, the king, and the ace could have a little difficulty being implemented in this game. You could choose to take off these cards and put numbered cards instead, but it's up to you to keep the face cards or not. So I'm gonna go over a few conditions. So let's say, okay, I got the first guess correct. That means I get to keep going. It's not the opponent's turn. I could choose to forfeit my turn and let the other opponent go, or I get to continue. So let's say I choose to continue, and then this card, I choose another card from the deck. Boom. Then I'm gonna pick his Queen of Diamonds. So just for the trial's sake, I'm gonna show you the card. Let's say I guess that the Queen of Diamonds is lower than this card. Well, let's say we already know that this isn't the case, but let's say we didn't know. Um, so I guess that the Queen of Diamonds will be lower than the target card, the card that I got from the deck. I pull it up. No, I was wrong, meaning this petal stays from the opponent. But since I got my second guess, my second try wrong, there's a double-edged condition in play. On the first guess, if I got the first guess wrong, then nothing happens. But let's say I decided to continue my turn, then on the second guess, that means 2 petals from my own flower get picked off. One, two. So that kind of brings in the sabotage scenario into play. I can go into a guessing streak, for example. Um, let's say, let's say I didn't pick off these flowers. Let's say I still had 5. Let's say I was on the 5th turn and I got all of the 4 opponent's petals picked off. He has one card left, 1 petal, and I still have my 5. But let's say miraculously I take off the card from the deck, correct? I take off a card from the deck, and then I guess let's just see what the card is. So the king is higher than the queen. So in this case, let's say I said that the king of clovers is lower than this card right here. The thing is with this is you wouldn't say that because mostly the king is higher than almost every card in the deck. So I think the idea is to not use face cards, but for this case, we'll just use it for the video. I'm gonna assume that this card right there, the petal, is lower than this card. Is This card here is lower than the target card right here. I flip it. It is not. The king is higher than the queen, and I guessed wrong. That means on my fifth guess, since I got my 5th guess wrong, my petals, 5 of them go away. One, two, three, 5 of my petals got picked off, meaning I sabotaged myself and I let my opponent win with 1 petal remaining. I hope that made sense. But the idea is you can go on a guess streak and then choose. You can choose to stop after each guess, but the worst case scenario is you're on the fifth guess and you end up picking off yourself and losing, thus sabotaging yourself and letting the opponent win. Um, Strategies that I could think of is basically peer pressuring your opponent into into guessing more, so they have a chance of picking off more petals than they have for you, and then you have a chance of winning. Or you could go one by one and go along. It's really a game of chance. There isn't like skill; it's mostly luck involved. But I think the game would be better if the face cards aren't played because they're very high cards and. Uh, the guess would work in your favor because you could always guess that the target card would be lower than the face cards because they're the highest of value. So I think it's better to not have face cards be played in the deck. But yeah, that's the premise. Basically, pick off your opponent's petals until all of them remain or end up sabotaging yourself. And yeah, that's the basic idea.